Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be making some lentil falafel with pita bread. A lot of times when we make lentils here, we always end up with 10 or 12 portions and freezing a bunch of them. So we're always looking for creative ways to kind of utilize that and have fun with it. So let's dive right in. So first we're going to start with the pita bread. The ingredients will be posted here in a little bit, and there will also be the ingredients posted in English and Spanish in the area down below. So the first thing with the pita bread is we're going to activate our yeast. So we're going to take our water, get in a bowl, and take our yeast and put it in. Now on the recipe it says to use water that's 110 degrees Fahrenheit. For the most part, if you don't have a thermometer, just the hottest the water will go on your sink at home should be over 100 but under 135. So we're just going to mix it a little bit, just with your finger is fine, fork, spoon, anything, just so that all of the yeast is in the water, and then we'll let it stand for 5 minutes. So now you'll add your flours, your salt, and the oil, and start mixing that with your hand until it starts to come together. And then we'll turn it out onto the surface and start kneading. You want to knead for roughly 3 minutes. So you know you're done kneading when you have a dough that's very smooth to the touch. It's not going to stick to your hands, so it's not too wet. It's going to have a little bit of bounce and a little bit of retraction. So we're just going to give a quick rinse to our bowl. That way we're not using every single bowl that we have here in the kitchen. And then we'll put our dough in the bowl and cover it. And now we're going to let it rest for an hour and a half. So while that dough is resting, we're going to start working on the falafel. All the ingredients will be right here. So just a quick note on toasting spices. You want to use a dry pan, and every once in a while you want to move them around a little bit. And you'll know when they're done when they become very fragrant. Now you can grind your spices into a powder, and we're going to add all of our ingredients to a food processor. The lentils, lemon zest, our spices. Now we're adding our herbs. There's a lot of flavor in the stems, so we're just going to leave those on for this. Pulse all your ingredients together. You don't want to puree it. You want it to be rough and slightly chunky so that we don't have to add too much flour at the end. And in just a moment, we're going to look at the final consistency so you know what to look for. So now that you have the majority of your mix, we're going to add our baking soda. Baking soda helps with the falafel stay nice and fluffy, but also crisps really nicely when we fry it. Now we're going to add the flour so that it will hold shape in the fryer. Add the flour in small increments so that it fully incorporates. You definitely don't want any clumps. So now our dough and our falafel mix both have about an hour to rest right now. So in the meantime, we're going to start making our tzatziki, and the recipe should be right here again. Now just grate the entire cucumber over a strainer and a bowl to catch the remaining liquid. Push out the excess water through the strainer. Grate in your garlic cloves. Chop your mint and parsley, just whatever you like. It doesn't have to be too fine or too rough. Add in your yogurt. Don't forget to season with salt and cumin. A little more salt, just a little more. But we have some time left over for our pita dough and our falafel to rest. So for now, I'm just going to chill this in the refrigerator. Take out your dough and divide it into 4 equal pieces. Now fold these pieces and roll them into balls. We'll get a little bit more specific in just a moment. As you can see there, fold each side of the dough into one point in the back. Put those folds down and roll around to form a ball. Now we started rolling ours out more oval, but you're more than welcome to keep them more circular like traditional pita. So the best way to know if your falafel mixture is ready is to just try and fry one. For the fryer oil, you want to fry at approximately 350 degrees, and the best way to tell if you're there is to just use a thermometer. Our oil here is, we are reusing this oil from some French fries that we made last night, so that is why it's not the cleanest oil, but we're happy reusing that. So now we're going to go ahead and start shaping and frying. The shape really depends on what you like. If you want to do round balls, if you want to do patties, if you want to do whatever, it's up to you. But what I like to do is take 2 spoons and make them into a little football almost. Just a couple turns here, a little bit of water. Make sure you knock it off. You don't want to be splashing a bunch of water into a pot of oil. Coming over here and just letting it drip off. So this guy's looking pretty good. He's not exploding, which is what we were looking for, and it's holding its shape really well. And you just want to cook it till it's nice and golden brown like a chicken nugget. Now we fry them all. Heat up a cast iron or nonstick pan and just sear the pita for a little bit of color. Then transfer it onto a baking tray and bake it at 425 for roughly 6 minutes. So now we're going to do some of the toppings for your falafel. You can really do whatever you want and play with it and really make it yours, but for us today we're just going to keep it really simple with some red onion, lettuce, cucumber, and tomato. Just slice all your veggies however you like. There's really no rules for this part. Now just cut open your pita and stuff it. So build your wrap however you like. I think that overstuffed is the best way, and for me, a little extra red onions. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you learned something and that you liked the video. Please subscribe to our channel. And until next time, thank you.